So, good morning, gentlemen. Ryan, Logan. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us this morning. It's lovely to hear back from you. And thank you for agreeing to do a case study on our Skills Bootcamps program and your experiences. We really appreciate it, and our funders, obviously, and the DFE really appreciate it. So, I'll start off. So what's your name? Quick intro. What's your name? Which area are you doing the skills boot camps through? And as you guys are co-funded, who's that employer as well? So I'll start with you, Logan, as the main protagonist.
Okay. So I'm Logan. I'm a radiotherapy engineer apprentice. So we've been doing this in Greater Manchester, and as it's co-funded, it is co-funded through the Christie NHS Foundation Trust.
Brilliant. Thank you, Logan. And so what made you decide to do a skills boot camp?
Well, with additive manufacturing, didn't have much experience, and in our department, it's starting to become quite a big thing. So it helps fill in the knowledge gaps.
It's a good answer. Yeah, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm Ryan Young, Deputy Head of Engineering at the Christie Medical Physics and Engineering Department. So the reason we looked at this particular course is because about 6-7 months ago, we started to look at how we could use additive manufacturing to, how could we implement it within clinical workflows to find efficiencies, cost reductions and benefits to patients. We'd looked at other centres that were doing this, such as NCA, and they'd recommended your course to us. I also visited Print City at MMU, and they also recommended your course. So that's where we started.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. There is a really good ecosystem around this technology now. MTA are doing some great work. I work with them. Print City do some brilliant work in Manchester and around the sector. And I think it's a combination of all those factors that make things like this happen. So thank you for that, Ryan. That's really good input. So one for Logan, did you enjoy the Skills Bootcamp? A little bit about your experience of the training program.
Yeah.
How did you find it? How did you find the staff?
Yeah, no, everyone's really friendly there. Like everyone, obviously, they know their stuff, and like a lot of the information we was given was like quite insightful. So I was very happy about that.
It's always a big part of the battle. If you can make training and education fun, I think you're a big part of the way there. And we cram a lot into our curriculums, but we deliver it in an industry style, a little less formal, a little more practical bias. So that's great too. We do usually get good feedback on that. So thank you for that. What did you get out of it? And are you already using the skills from the course? So looking back now as a takeaway, what do you feel you benefited from, and are you applying those already in the work environment?
Yeah, so with your course, we work on the Ender 3, and it's a very manual printer. So learning like the skills from a manual printer, you understand a bit more about how it works, like 3D printers as a whole, and you understand how. Sorry, I've like gone off.
No, it's a valid point. I think it's easy to go and buy an expensive automated printer off the shelf, and I think that the second that fails, or the second the slice fails, or the print, you don't know what's gone wrong. It's about building foundation skills for the longer term. And everyone should do the first 6 months on an Ender, learn those problems, learn those issues. It's hard to tell, is it the slicer, is it the machine? You've really got to be able to identify those problems. And the Ender is a brilliant training tool for that. It's really easy then to articulate and identify which parts of that as a system have gone wrong, because sometimes it is the slice and it's operator error, and we've done something wrong there. And you would never find that. So it's a big part of the learning, and I'm sure you'll be happy when you upgrade to perhaps a Bamboo or something like that. But it's a key part of the training. We spec that specifically. If we gave you higher end equipment, you just wouldn't learn, you know, and that's the point. And it's about empowering and you guys being independent, and that's what that learning is intended for. So I think that's really good feedback. Thank you. Thank you for that. And Ryan, are you seeing a benefit from that as Logan's line manager, and in the NHS, are you seeing a benefit from these skills trickling back into the business?
Yeah, certainly. It's not something that we are trained in. From a sort of college and university background, most of us are electronics engineers, so CAD and things like that is not something that we're used to. So yeah, we're definitely seeing the benefit, and we're very pleased with the outcome from the course, so much so that I'd like to put my other apprentice, Adam, onto the next cohort if possible.
Brilliant. That's great. And you touched on it really nicely there. That's CPD, that bolt on from traditional, you know, if you're going doing a level 6 or level 7 and currently in engineering or electrical, mechanical electronics, there's little bits of the curriculum around Industry 4, which is where we really do those addition. And I think it's great CPD, no matter what level we're at. And it's essential really in modern engineering just to have those skills that traditionally have been missing from the curriculums. They will catch up, but at the moment it's a really good way to plug those gaps around competencies and squepping and those skills that are a little more niche at the moment. That's excellent. Thank you for that, chaps. And just one final question. Would you guys recommend the Skills Bootcamps to others who are looking to learn these technologies?
Yeah, definitely. Like, from someone who has only had very little experience in additive manufacturing, I've definitely learned a lot of skills from the bootcamp that I've now been able to apply at work. So yeah, definitely.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'd echo that. Yeah, definitely. As I said, Adam, my other apprentice, will be doing it, and we'd also like to look at some of the more advanced courses such as design for additive, etc., for some of my other members of staff.
Hi, sorry, gents. I'm not sure. Just had a pause there.
Yeah, he froze a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, apologies. Only ever on these calls. Brilliant. So thank you for that. I mean, it's great to hear. It's great feedback. Given the level you guys are at as well, it all helps us tailor the course going forward. So I really appreciate your time, gents. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the Christie and the NHS really work with this technology and implement it. Obviously, you've got our wraparound support, and we spoke about Adam and other resources coming through the training. So we'll be in touch. We'll keep in touch, no doubt. And I'm really excited just to see how you guys go on. Logan, obviously you have access now as to all the wraparound support team if you've got any technical issues. So I think that safety net is great for you. So I'll look forward to catching up and really following your journey and seeing how you go with this, Logan, as well professionally, how you develop as an early careers on this. So I really appreciate your time, gentlemen. That's great. So thank you for that this morning.
No problem.